I own an agency called iBrand Media. And just a little bit about me and how I started everything. You see me here. This is about in 2010 or so. I was working actually in the corporate world. I was a senior vice president for a banking industry. And I'd done that for quite some time, about 7 to 10 years there. I was managing like $30 million portfolios and things like that in the branch that I was running. And 2008, 2009, when the market crashed, I saw a lot of businesses go under. I saw people losing their homes and things like that. It was kind of affecting me a little bit. I'm like, I wasn't able to help them with what they needed. People come to me. I was a branch manager, and literally coming to my office and crying about their property and their fees and things like that. I don't know if you've been through that. It was really a hard time for me because I got into the business, into the corporate world, thinking that I'm going to be able to help people. I'm going to be able to do different things for them, and just figuring out ways to manage their finances and things like that. So when I see that people are losing their own livelihood, I was kind of taken back by the whole thing. And then after that, I actually got laid off because I was in a corporate world in a pretty good position. It's easy to cut that position off. So I got laid off, and I was like, okay, what am I going to do? I've always been I had a business mindset. I'm going to talk about that. Mindset is super important. And then I realized, starting my own business kind of was the route. I have tried multiple different businesses, probably about 20 some different businesses throughout my lifetime, and then failed most of them because I'm learning through. I don't have a background in business. I went to business school, but doesn't mean you know how to run a business. None of my family members have a background in business. Things like that. And I was like, okay, what am I going to do? Because I need to control my own destiny. I need to do my own things where I don't have to rely on someone else's. So created multiple different things and didn't work out. And then I'm like, okay, what am I going to do to help people and also be passionate about it? So I got into the banking world. I love the business side of banking because I can definitely help and find ideas and concepts and help them fund it and things like that. So there's a lot of incentives there personally for me just to figure out that business side of things. So maybe I should do something to help businesses. So after a while, I started thinking, I'm like, okay, so what am I going to do? I used to do sales. I used to do, and I went into sales and marketing. I've done door-to-door sales. I'm like, okay, I'm helping the business grow, but I'm also making a good amount of money. I kind of control my own time and everything. I've done that for a little bit. And I'm like, okay, it's not kind of rewarding. I'm not really being fulfilled by it. Then just going through my research and find out what to do, I started an agency on a side hustle type of thing, full-time job. I went into healthcare as well, then pharmaceutical sales. I actually lived in Florida for a little bit, and I've done that. I've lived in Miami for a little bit. So I've done all of that. I'm like, okay, that's not my passion either. So I was focusing on my agency because I love the digital aspect of things. I love digital marketing. I love creating new ideas and concepts and testing a lot. I mean, my whole life has just really been testing a lot of concepts and see which one works and which one doesn't work, and then how to duplicate some of that ideas. So really a mindset, a shift is needed. And then I was always into that growth mindset. And I want to talk a little bit about mindset and business because I feel like 95, 98% of it is really the mindset. We got to figure that out. So going from there, I started a digital marketing agency. Now we're in 2020. I've been in business for about almost 9 years or so. And then I have a branding. So I believe in branding a lot. We have tested different things when we run ads. Branding is super important because People want to be able to trust you, believe you, see what you're doing, and then they have more buying power because they know that it's a reputable company. So I work with small to mid-sized companies in branding and how to build a reputation up. We do media production, marketing, consulting, mastermind. We do coaching and things like that. I'm also, I have a partnership with a short-term rental properties. It's actually in the family business. So we started with one, we have two now. I'm going to talk about that, how we grew pretty quickly within less than 6 months. I'm also a co-partner in business consulting, coaching, and mentoring business with a few other high-level executives within the company. They've been a C-level executives, and they're really in the same boat as me. Like, I don't know if I'm happy with what I'm doing, but I know I have a lot of skills that I bring on. So how can we utilize that and coach others? So kind of went through that, and then really kind of going through the whole struggle of business, not knowing exactly where to start and how to start everything, and then a lot of failures, and now we're at a different level. So far, I mean, we've been doing a couple of different things. This is a little bit about my business. This is one of the Google accounts that we have. We've spent over 1.9 million, 1.29 million on one of the ad accounts for one of my clients. Here's another example of Facebook ads that we've spent and how many sales we got, things like that. So my business really into a different industries, because we've been testing a lot, we've been failing, and then we also been gracious enough to find partners who are willing to work with us, and they understand marketing, they understand that they need to grow, they need to scale. So I work with mid to high level event venues. We're going to talk about that, some success stories there, medical offices, chiropractors, dentists, orthos, physical therapy offices, spas, like cryo spas, massage salons, gyms, personal training, e-com stores. We built out a couple different e-com stores. It's just been great, phenomenal. Real estate agents, mortgages, appraisers, restaurants, we work with them, construction company, insurance adjusters, catering company, rental. We're going to talk about that a little bit, rental, short-term business rental, high ticket business to business sales, security companies, lending companies, and brokerages. So there's some of the companies that we worked with, and we actually definitely expanding our portfolio, and then go from there. So traveling. So I love the incentive side of traveling, and I believe it's the new gateway. I mean, I don't know if you follow Gary Vaynerchuk or not. He talks about attention being the gateway to what you're trying to offer. I believe that, and I also believe that travel incentive is really the gateway to more sales, branding, you name it, because and then people love to travel, right? I mean, you've been to a let's say a storefront, or even like your company picnic or something like that. You get raffles, and it could be like an iPad, it could be a computer, it could be something small. You never know if people are going to like that or not. If they, maybe you'll get that and you just re-gift it or something like that. You never know, and there's not really much of value there unless you know the crowd and you know who likes those kind of products. But travel, people save money to travel, and you get 2 weeks of vacation to travel a year if you're working. People look forward, people plan ahead. You're talking about a year in advance. People are talking about where they're going to go next year. If you go through your Instagram posts, your Facebook, things like that, people always talking about traveling. But we have this opportunity with Marketing Boost that we can offer some of those things, and then in return of an exchange, that's what I see it, that we get to offer something of a value. So traveling, I've been through, last month I've been traveling a lot, whole month of January. Actually, the funny thing is, I've never taken long vacations. This is like month and a half was like really long. And I'm not really on vacation either. I'm working too. But this was just great. So if on the left side is one of the pictures from a resort that we stayed in. I'm from India, and then I came here like literally when I was 15, but I haven't been back there. I was back there like 6 years ago, and now I'm just going back there again. It was a wedding that we went to. This is a resort they were staying at. It's a beautiful place. And I booked through, I know I talked about it a little bit in the beginning. We have those hotel savings cards that you can offer. Now, obviously, we don't have a free trip to India unless, I think it's in Goa. You can go 4 nights stay, but this is Kerala. This is more south, and they don't have anything like that. But I went through our portal, book VIP Plus or the hotel savings card. I used that to book me a room there, and it's just beautiful. I just paid. It's a 5-star resort. I paid 3-star prices. So it's amazing. The one on the right, that's in Abu Dhabi. It's a beautiful hotel. If you look at the view, it's just amazing. This is a balcony view, just right in front of our hotel. There's a swimming pool right there. We were there 4 nights. I paid $450 for that for 4 nights. A 5-star resort for 3-star prices. And the one on the bottom, this was in Florida. I was there 2 years ago. This is another one that I used from the hotel savings card that we have. So it's just to know that we have the free travel, great. We also have these as additional, depending on how you want to structure that for your business. You can have one or the other, or you can do both, or you can do different things. I mean, we'll talk about that more in a few slides. So I believe in the mindset is super important. This is a great quote by Robert Kiyosaki. I just love this man. He's amazing. He talks about money will never make you happy if you are an unhappy person. So when I was working in the corporate field, I'm making a ton of money. I mean, it's good money, and then you're not happy. You're not able to help people out. Your kind of hands are tied in different things. You can make a ton of money, but you're not happy with what you're doing. So I had to shift my mind, and I was like, okay, what can I do differently, right? So that's just a side note there. But then, how are we using marketing boost within my businesses and also the clients I work with? So we build brand awareness. So we run contests, giveaways online. We boost engagement. I mean, a lot of people talk about boosting engagement is amazing. Facebook group enrollment, we use that. I mean, when we talk about traveling being a gateway, I run a Facebook travel blog just to get to know who are some of those travel enthusiasts. Can I make some kind of partnership with influencers in the group and things like that? So I'm using different strategies within the group. Also, my whole life is about testing. So I'm testing different concepts within the group to figure out what's working, what kind of engagement are we getting within the group. So I do a lot of testing within groups, and it's been working great. We do a lot of opt-ins, email opt-ins, and things like that for that. Reputation management, review collection, Facebook, Google, Yelp. So how I do reviews is, first of all, I mean, my thought process in any business is like, let's look at your brand. Let's look at your reputation. Are you up there within your competition? What do we need to work on? You can bring in all the sales, all the leads you want, but if your reputation is not there, if you're not converting them well, it's you're wasting money. So I always look at how can we close the loop in your marketing, in your sales process. So review collection, we've done a couple different test runs. You're not supposed to really ask for review in exchange of a reward. We don't do that. We ask for a review, and then we put their names, whoever done the review, in a fishbowl or something like that, or collect them, and then 1 or 2 people will win a free trip, or maybe a $300 savings card, hotel savings card, or a dining voucher, whatever that looks like. So we've been generating that. And we also ask people to do a lot of check-ins online, like Facebook check-in, things like that, where that builds up your SEO and your organic reach and things like that for businesses. So we do a lot of those with our customers. Engaging customers with testimonials, video written. So some of the product companies that I work with, that are Shopify e-com stores, we definitely ask for a product review. Once they have it, they give us a review. We give them a savings card, depending on the value or price of the product. If it's a high ticket item, we may throw in a three-day trip. But if it's a really low ticket item, we will have a savings card, we have a dining voucher, we use that. So we definitely look at the value. You don't want to give a 5-night stay for a $50 product and then they're sending you a review. So we don't do that. So it doesn't work well. So increase opt-ins, offer giveaways, networking events, fundraisers, themed events. So we do a lot of those networking groups and events and things like that. I will go through some examples how we were able to raise the numbers of attendees for a couple of events from there. So referral partners. So for me, I work with a lot of micro influencers for different businesses. Friends and family is great. Obviously, friends, family, business owners. They will love to refer your business. So give them some incentive for that. I always use that as one of my tools within my toolbox. Work with professionals, business network, corporate executives. So we've been working closely with some sales executives and things like that, because we come into a business who are actually willing to pay for it. How to come in and do a whole training process on sales, how to convert more business for them. What are their loopholes? What's some of the things that they're doing wrong? So we come in and we do all that as well. Lead gen. So for my business, we do free marketing plan review, free Google My Business listing optimization, site visits, open houses for like real estate venues. We do that. We just want people come in and look at the property. We do that a lot. Free SEO audit. We try to do. We have a strategy that we launched earlier, like mid last year. Is like let us work on your SEO. Let us get you to page 1 of Google within the keywords that you are selecting, and then you can pay us for the service. So we kind of we flipped it backwards, where SEO does take a ton of time, and then we're working on your behalf, and then once the keywords and your business get to the page 1, then you start paying us. So we have those are lead gens for us. It's working great. Free ads with 10-20% revenue share. So we do that as well. Hey, we will share the revenue with you, but just gonna have to pay for your ad budget. So we have different strategies for different businesses. Sales e-com offers giveaways. So we do that a lot. Spend a certain amount of money, get a gift, high ticket sales, free vacations. We do a lot of emails for abandoned cart recovery. So people go to your site and they don't buy anything, but they've done an opt-in. So let's just reach out to them and see what's going on. So we have done that, and it's actually done well for us and for our clients. I'll share some testimonials there. Now, short-term rental, we offer dine-in voucher for like Airbnb stays. So we have 2 properties that we work with. If they're booking at a certain dates, if they have some questions or if they're not sure, I don't know how many of you run properties here, but if they send you a request and they have questions and they're not sure, we incentivize them to book right away. Like, hey, you have 24 hours to book, but if you book it now, we'll put in this $100 dine voucher for you to use. So and then we also have strategies. I don't know if Airbnb is, look, we have figured out a SEO on that, is that reviews matter everywhere, and your brand matters. So when you have a property up there, and how do you incentivize someone to leave you a great review? So you want to make sure obviously the property is taking care of it, but then we want to make sure if the customers coming in, they also take care of the property. So we have signs within our properties saying, hey, if you keep our place clean and neat and all that, and look out for it, and then leave us a great review of your stay, we will incentivize you. The $300 savings card towards your next hotel stay or whatever, and then we pick out a winner on a weekly basis of a 3-night or 5-night stay. So there's different things that we've been doing with that, and it's been working great. And again, a lot of these things we've been testing. Some of them work, some of them doesn't work. So I'm just talking to you about some of the stuff that I've been doing. So here's an example of an event that we did. This customer on the left came to me literally 3 weeks before her event. It was a health and wellness expo that she's trying to do, and her numbers were really low. She has not done a great job in advertising it. So we took over, we run some Facebook ads, and then we obviously, targeting have to be great. So we've done all of that, and we had a couple promos out there. And then at the end of the time, if you look at it, she got over 450. These are paid attendees. They were paying to be there, not a free event. So they paid to be there. And we gave away 3 trips within that. And then she had a ton of other vendors book with her as well. She sees that her expo is doing great. Actually, this was a test run, and it did well. She signed up with me to do all of her events for the rest of the year. So 2020, we got 4 or 5 events coming up, and I got the deal for that. So it's just sometimes you gotta look at the business, and I kind of looked at it. I'm like, is it possible to do something like this? Is it possible to give her some result? And then after looking at some of the strategies, and it worked out great. And then now we have the full year booking. So that's one. And then on the right side, this is a catering company who actually does great. He's local here. And then he's using incentive-based or travel-based incentive for booking, really not for everyone, because he has a good reputation already. He's closing the deals on someone who's really like, I don't know if I want to shop around, or let me look around and things like that. He would like throw in an incentive, and then what he's doing is also putting in $500 out of his pocket for additional expenses for the trip. So it's like a honeymoon package type of thing. You get the caterer, and they spend money with you, and then you sending them on a honeymoon trip, kind of. So that's kind of the strategy that we've been using with the catering company, and it's been doing great. I mean, I've been working with him in different levels to SEO and things like that, but his sales been growing up. I mean, actually, I'm going to meet with him tomorrow just to discuss more about how his month was so far. So 8K he made, and he gave away a trip, and not bad for someone who was actually on the fence for booking with him. This is another example of a couple events that we ran in expos and things like that of total attendees, and we gave away trips in there. And these were all free events. This is an example of customer reviews that we've been doing for some of the products. On the left here, this is a travel blog that I run. It's called Must Do More Travel. We've been running some promos, things like that within that group, and it's been doing great. I mean, Dubai trip, we know that we get 4 days in Dubai, right? So those are some stuff that I've been using from there. This in the middle right here, we ran a photo contest for a restaurant. I mean, this is a cool strategy. I don't know, you can use it, for your business. My whole goal is how can we be everywhere, really. So my business goes around and talks to business owners who wants different presence in different platforms as well. So what we've done is a Snapchat code. I don't know if you guys use Snapchat or not, but you can set up a short code on Snapchat where they scan the code, and then a landing page will pop up. So when the landing page pops up, they just submit their info, and then we will email them how the contest will be. So we just wanted to give some examples here to show that, okay, we printed a banner, we had a code on there, they just scan it, and then we get a ton of opt-ins for that restaurant. And he's been collecting leads, and we're running a contest. So it's been doing well. On the right here, this is an abandoned cart scenario. We've been emailing customers and telling them, hey, listen, you had to finish your sale. If you finish your sale now, you get an incentive. And we were able to, so if you see it before and after, 34% is not bad. So we've been doing great with that. So that's some of the sales from there. And then this is an Airbnb strategy. This is one of the properties that we helped launch. This started literally end of August of last year. And then the place wasn't even open. So from June, July, August, there was people there as a renter. We were converting a rental property into an Airbnb property. So I helped the client look at that. And we actually pre-sold up to December or November for before even opened up. So there's a few things that we figured out how to do, and then we were offering incentives for people to book. And then this right here in January of this year, he actually made pretty good amount of money, and he used some of that money to do some renovation in January. He put an additional bathroom in here. And then they opened up end of January. We're already looking at $8,600 in revenue before June. So if you look at it, some of the incentives that we've been doing, some of the strategies that we've been doing for Airbnbs are working great. Now, amazing factor is that we have a 5-point star review, 5-point star. We have 35 reviews for this property, and we've been getting over 1,400 plus views on the property every single month. Okay, so reviews matter. It's a huge factor in Airbnb and any property rentals, if you know that, and then that increases your SEO. So it's been doing great, and we've been using incentive Book VIP and Marketing Boost incentives and Book VIP Plus incentives for this. Okay, so this is another campaign that we ran. We ran a Valentine's Day campaign, free wine, 2 movie tickets, and a 3-night voucher. This is for an event space. SEO results, we've been doing some, we're talking about review gathering, right? So that boosts up your Google Maps listing with review. If you have consistent reviews coming in, it will boost up your Google's map. And people posting pictures and things like that will definitely help. So we've been able to do that, and we've been focusing on talking to customers about it. So it's not just me as an agency helping them, it's really about the whole team talking to their customer. They're customer facing front, so they need to talk about that. So we've been doing that, and we're able to generate a bunch of reviews, and also SEO has been doing great for that. This is another result here. It's an e-com store on the left here. We were running a holiday promo last year. It was actually a year before. And then we were able to generate $2,300 in 2,300 sales in just in a few weeks. These are leads that we were able to generate through incentive-based marketing. We have done that for different businesses. 421 leads in 90 days. It's another image of SEO for Google. So SEO is huge. Branding is huge. We work with a bunch of companies around that. So we help them boost their SEOs first, and then we also do obviously lead gen on their behalf. A couple of things that I do, I love to do this all the time, is I personally leave reviews. These are kind of like a lead gen strategy for myself. Personally leave good reviews for businesses that I've been to. And I've been consistently doing that for a few years now. My Google review has been, I don't know, it's just been crazy. But what I've done is I've created like a special handle for my name. Is my company, really. iBrand.media is my company. And then I use that as a review platform. So I leave reviews, and then my reviews, my photos been viewed over 1.4 million views on my profile. It's not bad just to go and experience and sharing my thought on that business, you know, how they can improve. I give out ton of free tips all the time to a business, because they know that, you know, if they take it, great. If they don't, that's okay too. But a lot of times it's positive, what I like about it, and how they can tweak. So I actually been getting some leads. People have been responding, or business owners have been responding, and then I've been had some meetings around that. So it's not all the time, but sometimes it does work. This is great. So two of the great characters, Gary Vee, if you follow him, and he talks about, if you're good at it, good enough, nobody's going to stop you. The reason I say that is because I've been to a spot where, things are not great. I mean, you have to go through challenges. You know, I've been through so much, lost almost everything one time, and then, just coming back up and just reinventing myself and refocusing on what I want to do. I say not everyone is my client, but I wish, The reason I say that is because a lot of times, it's really the mindset of a business, I had to go through it, and I realized, a lot of business owners do go through it. But if I'm there to at least coach them and guide them, how marketing is important for your business, but then you also got to have a right strategy. So I work with selective clients who understands marketing, who actually wants to scale their business to the next level. If there's not that person, that's okay. I would love to give them some advice and see maybe down the road we can work together. So this is kind of like the mindset that I have. Be that 2%. This 2% is really where you need to be. If you look at 98% of the population, what everybody's doing, comfort zone, fear, things like that. I was there before. I used to be in that position. Sometimes you get dragged into it as well, but then you got to know what your purpose or your mission is for your life. I love being part of a mastermind groups and learning from the best out there. This is just our trips that we've done. This is last August, and then in Florida with Marco, I was there as well. Just a great experience, just learning from everybody else. They all give great strategies, and just love the fact that we'd be able to be part of it. So I put this up here because my boss, after I decided last time I got laid off, okay, I'm never going to have that issue, built something on the side. Then I was part of a company for a while, and then they were going through some issues and things like that. They didn't want to lay me off, but they were kind of cut me into a different position that I wasn't happy about and things like that. I just you know what? I've been doing great with my side hustle. I've been building something along the way, and I've been learning a lot. I'm just going to do that full time. So then he texts me saying, hey, how's your empire building going? Are you doing okay? So I was like, yeah, I'm doing fine. I'm not, whatever. I laughed at it. And then I'm just hustling. Like everybody else, we're trying to build something for our future and try to leave a legacy. I'm doing that. I'm doing great. So some of the stuff that kind of inspires me is be humble, be hungry, and always be the hardest worker in the room. So I always love the fact that The Rock, he talks about that. I got 99 problems, but boss ain't one. So I love that. And then make your vision so clear that your fear become irrelevant. So it's really important to figure out who you really are, and then what you really want throughout your life, and be passionate about it. And then I feel that the passion for me is really a problem-solving passion. So I love problem-solving. I love the fact that someone's going through a challenge, or a business is going through a challenge. How can I bring some value to them? How can I increase their worth? So those are the things that I look at, and I try to strive towards that. Lastly, red ocean or blue ocean. I don't know if you follow Russell Brunson. He talks about it in his book, ClickFunnels. You know that. Red ocean or blue ocean. This is actually when we were in Cancun. It's a great example of the blue ocean that we have. Marketing Boost actually is a great platform that helps create that blue ocean. Because you don't want to be the same person next door. You want to be unique. You want to have your brand up there. You want to show within your community, within your radius of your business, that you are a different business. You're not the same. So branding is super important. And what kind of value you can bring to your end customer. So we talk about blue ocean. So with this incentive program, I feel like you're able to offer a unique proposition, unique strategy through me, or a unique service from your end. They love the fact that you're able to offer something of value to them, and then obviously building a brand along with it. We were able to create over 175K through my business within the network, and then the clients I have. So this was in last year. So we're pretty close to like almost 350, almost 400K through within the last 6 months. I mean, we've been doing great. I've been signing new clients every month through this whole system that we created. Okay, that's me, and this is just if you wanted to follow me, go ahead. You can scan the image, and then you can automatically be tagged through my network, Snapchat, TikTok, or Instagram. Just let me know, and then if anything I can do to help, just don't hesitate to reach out.